In 2019, the Islamic State lost its final territorial stronghold in Syria and Iraq. But that physical defeat didn't destroy the group. Instead, they decentralized, migrating their operations into a sprawling digital network that intelligence agencies now refer to as a virtual caliphate. The survival of these networks demonstrates that physical territory is no longer the only measure of a group's strength. Strategists now track virtual power, the capacity to exercise global influence by controlling information flows and digital representations of reality. Democratic states continue to rely heavily on traditional counterterrorism tactics, physical raids, border controls, and arrests. Meanwhile, non-state actors are aggressively exploiting platform algorithms to project their influence worldwide in a matter of seconds. This mismatch creates a strategic gray zone. The sharp boundaries that historically separated civilian communication networks from international security threats have completely dissolved. The smartphones and platforms we use to navigate our daily lives have been weaponized, generating an asymmetric advantage capable of challenging the world's most advanced militaries. Today, over 5 billion users operate in digital ecosystems beyond the control of any single government. These platforms are built on the engagement economy. Core algorithms act as a filter, prioritizing a single lucrative metric, keeping you looking at the screen. Mathematically, these systems elevate content triggering intense emotional reactions. Outrage, panic, and fear retain user attention far longer than factual accuracy or nuanced debate. This architecture creates what sociologists term affective publics, massive, networked communities that mobilize entirely around shared emotional experiences, rather than ideology or factual consensus. Visual portrayals of destruction, trauma, and anger act as the strongest catalysts here. They bypass rational analysis and trigger rapid, viral distribution across borders. Terrorist organizations systematically exploit this vulnerability. They've abandoned dry, text-heavy manifestos, favoring highly stimulating, short-form visual content, calibrated perfectly for algorithmic amplification. The code designed by tech companies to maximize advertising revenue now simultaneously functions as an automated delivery system for global extremism. Generation Z is the primary strategic target of these campaigns. They are the first demographic to construct their identities and social affiliations almost entirely within these algorithmic environments. Extremist propaganda has migrated from hidden forums into the heart of mainstream youth culture, surfacing in memes and gaming environments to reach a wider audience. This strategy relies on agenda-setting theory. By using algorithms to constantly expose younger audiences to carefully framed narratives, extreme ideas gradually become normalized through sheer repetition and high visibility. This sustained digital exposure frequently accelerates the transition from online radicalization to real-world violence. Modern attackers often operate as lone actors, drawing inspiration and tactical guidance directly from the digital communities they interact with daily. Extremist groups don't need to cross borders to recruit operatives in person. They leverage platform algorithms to groom a decentralized network of actors in plain sight. This strategy is known as cognitive warfare. It focuses on reshaping perceptions of reality to achieve strategic objectives, once reserved for physical munitions. Through coordinated disinformation and semantic reframing, this warfare systematically erodes public trust in democratic institutions, our professional experts, and objective media. Democratic states face a structural dilemma. Their ability to counter these digital threats is strictly limited by domestic privacy laws, constitutional safeguards, and fragmented regulatory frameworks. Compounding the problem is an inherent conflict of interest. Multinational tech companies rely on engagement models that clash with the security needs of sovereign nations. To survive this, societies must develop frameworks for digital sovereignty, while actively building cognitive resilience to detect disinformation and critically analyze their own algorithmic feeds. The battle for the human mind has become the defining geopolitical struggle of the century, placing digital platforms at the center of global security.